everyone, welcome back. It's Rachel with Living the Journal Life. I'm very happy you're here. Today we're going to talk about my February goals using my Makse Life goal setting system, and I do it digitally on my iPad. So I have the 2024 vertical planner, and that's what I use to set my goals. So we're going to talk about how I take my annual goals, turn them into monthly goals, turn those monthly goals into weekly action items. So this is how I do things. I bring it up side by side so that I have my February part right next to my annual. And so you can see for personal, I was really wanting to focus on routines. And so for February, I picked out the ones that I thought I'm going to work on this month. You don't have to work on everything every month. It's still fine. So I want to make sure that I'm getting my YouTube schedule done weekly, going to therapy, doing my goal reflections every week, focusing on my AM planning and my A6 page. So you can see how I take like the big overarching goals in one category and then pick out what I want to focus on just for February, because you don't have to do everything. And now that January is over and I've sort of failed that month, I do it on purpose. That way the rest of the year is just up from there and I don't have to deal with all that frantic January energy. So for fun and recreation, I want to make sure that I go out on a date with my husband, a day out with my mom, celebrate her birthday. We do hopefully a board game night every week and a pizza and movie night. And then a friend's daughter is having a quinceañera. So I want to make sure I go to that. On work and learning, I want to make sure I get my daily word count and doing some other projects for work and getting our corporate taxes, the stuff that I need to do, filed for that. For family and recreation, I want to make sure that I'm calling someone in my family, calling a friend, again, having the date and the day out. Those sort of cross over, and I like to make sure that I'm getting them done. And then I just have some appointments that I need to schedule in the month of February. They don't always have to get done, but at least they get scheduled. And then the big one is health and wellness. I'm going to have an ultrasound, some doctor follow-ups, orthodontist, dentist, blood work, and then the things that I'm doing as habits, which is tracking my food and starting the Wild Man program. We're hoping to start it sometime in February. So that's a lot, but again, the only thing that's new here is the Wild Man program, and we're going to go with it. Spiritual and personal growth, these are just habits that are already established that I want to make sure that I'm tracking because they really help to keep my anxiety in check. For financial, I want to make sure that I'm checking my budget a couple times a week. I want to buy a chair for our dining room table, and I need to restock a bunch of cleaning supplies, and I want to make sure that I'm doing my leftover week as my planner challenge, because that's also to kind of help use what I have, which is a very budget related goal. For physical environment, I need to get my car serviced. I'm going to need to do my Cleaning Mama weekly tasks and monthly tasks, and then hopefully get to like a weekly donate or downsize, even if it's just like one little box. I just need to get my garage doth overflow, and it's mostly stuff that just needs to get out of my house. And then what I do when I'm going to make my weekly action items is I bring up the goals that I just did. So I broke them down from yearly to the monthly, and then I go from monthly to weekly. So it's very easy once you've figured out what you want to do in that month to make sure you're doing it in that week. So 3 times videos for YouTube, I do 3 dots for YouTube, doing my weekly reflections, doing my daily AM planning, and doing my daily A6 page. So you can see how it very easily, once you break it down from a yearly goal to a month-sized chunk to a weekly-sized chunk. And again, all of these are just like with the family and relationships, that's everything I want to get done in a month. For just this week, I want to make sure that I do my day out with my mom, schedule the vet appointments, and schedule one of my husband's appointments. You don't have to get everything done in 1 week, and that's why I like breaking it down. You don't have to get all of your goals done in 1 month. You don't have to get all of your monthly goals done in 1 week. So you just keep doing it down to smaller and smaller, like bite-sized chunks, so that things become reasonable. And this week I need to get the ultrasound, track my food. Hopefully we're going to start that Wildman program, and we need to pick up my mom's glasses. Again, all of that stuff isn't happening in 1 week. That's the whole month. And then for spiritual and personal, I'm just making sure that I have a spot to check off those. And then financial, we're going to make sure that we do our 2 times a week budget check-in. And then I wanted to buy those cleaning supplies. The other stuff can happen later in the month. The physical environment, I want to make the appointment for the car service. Doesn't have to happen this week, but I do need the appointment. Making sure I'm getting some cleaning mama weekly tasks done, maybe monthly tasks, and then something getting out of this house. Even if it's just a small box, we need to make some progress on downsizing. So this is what it looks like. My week is all set up. This is for January 29th through February 4th. And I hope you enjoyed seeing how I approach my Makse Life goals. And let me know if you have any questions. And if you're a goal setter, I'd love to know what you're very excited about for the month of February. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you next time.